So one easy way to do this question is to recognize that if you have a circle, then the rectangle that has the maximum area that can be inscribed is a square. So some of you might know this result, and if you do, then we can use that result here. And if you imagine dividing this into two parts, you have this semicircle which has a radius of 2. So really, we don't even need to look at these dimensions. We know that it's half a square here. That will be the corresponding rectangle that will have the largest area. And so if this is S side of the square, then this would be half of that, S over 2, which means the ratio of the largest side is S to the smallest is S over 2, which would be 2 to 1. So you can do it this way if you already kind of know this result. Otherwise, you can kind of use algebra here or calculus, which I don't think the CAT writers expect you to know. But let's say if we want to do it this way. So this radius is 2. Let's call that length L. This width is W. This would be half of L over W. So our first relationship in this right triangle is L over 2 square plus W square from Pythagorean theorem is 2 square. So L square over 4 is 4 minus W square. So L square is 4 times 4 minus W square. So area is length times W, and I'll try to maximize the square of the area. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I don't have the square root symbol here. So this is L square, 4 times 4 minus W square times W square. So that becomes 4, and I'll distribute the W square. So 4W square minus W4. Factor out a minus 1. And then I'll do this by completing the square. As I said earlier, you can use calculus, but I don't think they're expecting you to do that. So I'll complete the square here, W square minus 2 square. And I have to subtract a 4 here. So if I bring back the minus in, we'll get this. So now our goal, this is A square, area of this rectangle square. We're trying to maximize A. And you'll see that this is always positive because we're squaring it here and then we're subtracting. So we want this to be as small as possible, and the lowest we can make this is 0, and that would be when W square minus 2 is 0, or W is root 2, and we can figure out what L is by plugging it in here or in here. L square over 4 is 4 minus W square, which is 2. L square is 8, so L is 2 root 2. And now if you were to find the ratio, L to W, 2 root 2 over root 2, which is indeed 2 to 1. So this is how I would do it if I couldn't use calculus, just by completing the square and maximizing this area function. But otherwise, this result is an important one, and make sure you understand where it comes from, but can be used directly in this question. So to summarize, the answer is A.